A new military outpost is rising in the Batanes Islands, the Philippines' northernmost frontier. It sits on the Luzon Strait, a vital maritime corridor linking the Pacific and South China Sea. The Philippine government calls it a step to protect national interests, but its message to China is unmistakable. This base allows the Philippines to monitor ship and air traffic, boosting its surveillance in a region long-eyed by both Washington and Beijing. Officially, it's for maritime awareness and disaster response, but its military significance is clear. The Luzon Strait is a choke point. In any Taiwan conflict, control here would be crucial. The new base gives Manila and its allies a strategic foothold, shifting the balance in a previously hard-to-monitor area. Its opening follows a string of tense encounters with Chinese vessels in the South China Sea. The Philippines, feeling the pressure, is making a bold stand. Now, the world waits to see how China will respond, and what this means for peace in one of the globe's most important crossroads. The quiet Batanes Islands are now at the heart of a global power struggle. The stakes are high, and the region is watching. The Philippines is no longer content to be a bystander. The Luzon Strait has become a new flashpoint in the Indo-Pacific. The Luzon Strait is a superhighway for global trade. Oil, electronics, and more flow through its narrow channels. Any disruption here would ripple across the world economy, breaking supply chains and spiking prices. Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan depend on this waterway, making its stability a global concern. Militarily, it's a strategic choke point, a narrow passage separating the Philippines from Taiwan, connecting the Pacific to the South China Sea. For China, it's a gateway to the open ocean. For the US and allies, it's a key to containing China's navy. Submarines from both sides patrol its deep canyons, making it a hidden front in their rivalry. The strait's geography, winding around the Batanes and Babuyan Islands, offers both challenges and opportunities for defense. With a base here, the Philippines can use radar, drones, and patrol boats to monitor every move, gaining a home field advantage. The strait's proximity to Taiwan means it would be a major theater in any conflict over the island. Chinese forces would need to secure it to block US intervention. The US would fight to keep it open. Any military buildup, like the new Philippine base, is a game changer for regional security. The Luzon Strait is now a focal point for both economic and military strategy. Its importance extends far beyond the region. The world's eyes are fixed on this narrow stretch of water. The stakes have never been higher. The new base in the Luzon Strait is the product of years of rising security concerns. At the heart is Manila's dispute with China over islands and reefs in the South China Sea. China's island building and harassment of Filipino fishermen have pushed the Philippines to act. President Marcos Jr. has taken a tougher stance, modernizing the military and strengthening ties with the US. The base is central to this new defense strategy, providing early warning and rapid response to threats from the north. It's also a hub for disaster relief in typhoon-prone Batanes, and a tool to fight illegal fishing and crime. The government frames it as a multi-purpose facility, but its symbolism is clear. The Philippines is asserting itself. For decades, the military focused inward. Now, the focus is on maritime security. The Luzon Strait base marks a shift in mindset and capability. It's an investment in sovereignty and a signal to rivals. The Philippines is drawing a line in the water. The era of passivity is over. The nation is stepping up to defend its future. Beijing sees the new Philippine base as a direct challenge, part of a US-led effort to contain China. Its location near the Bashi Channel, a key route for China's navy, raises alarm in Beijing. Chinese officials accuse Manila of serving US interests and destabilizing the region. State media warn of consequences, painting the Philippines as a pawn in great power rivalry. The real worry: the base could host US forces or technology, threatening China's military plans, especially regarding Taiwan. Intelligence gathered here could expose Chinese ship and submarine movements. China's likely response: more assertive patrols, economic pressure, and diplomatic warnings. Beijing wants to show Manila that closer US ties come at a cost. The message is clear: China sees the base as a threat to its security. Tensions are set to rise in the Luzon Strait. the Philippines is now firmly on Beijing's radar. The region braces for a new phase of competition. The US has welcomed the new Philippine base, seeing it as a boost for regional security and a check on China's ambitions. This fits Washington's strategy: build a network of allies to maintain a free and open Indo-Pacific. The US-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty underpins this partnership, promising support if either is attacked. Recent clarifications ensure the treaty covers incidents in the South China Sea. American support is more than words. It's funding, training, and equipment for the Philippine military. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement allows US access to Philippine bases. The Luzon Strait facility could be next. Even without a permanent US presence, joint exercises and surveillance are on the table. This prospect worries Beijing, but reassures Manila. US patrol vessels, aircraft, and radar systems are already helping the Philippines monitor its waters. American advisors are working side by side with Filipino forces, modernizing their capabilities. The new base is a symbol of this deepening alliance. It sends a message aggression against the Philippines could draw in the US. The partnership is transforming the Philippine military. The Luzon Strait base is both a product and a pillar of this renewed alliance. Together, Manila and Washington are raising the stakes for any would-be aggressor. The alliance is stronger and more consequential than ever. For Batanes residents, the new base brings hope and anxiety. Many welcome jobs and better infrastructure, hoping for economic uplift in these remote islands. Some feel safer, believing the military will deter illegal fishing and foreign encroachment. But there's unease. Locals fear their peaceful home could become a target in a future conflict. Fishermen are torn. A stronger military presence could protect their livelihoods, but might also restrict access to traditional fishing grounds. The sea is their lifeblood, and any change is deeply felt. Local leaders push for development that benefits the community and respects Ivatan culture. They balance national security needs with preserving their way of life. The people of Batanes never asked to be at the center of global tensions, but now they must adapt. Their quiet islands are on the front line of a new era. The Luzon Strait base is a direct response to rising confrontations in the South China Sea. At flashpoints like Second Thomas Shoal, Chinese ships harass Filipino outposts and supply boats, sometimes using force. Incidents, like water cannon attacks, have injured Filipino crews and drawn global condemnation. China claims these waters, while the Philippines call such actions aggression and a breach of international law. Scarborough Shoal is another hotspot, with Chinese vessels chasing away Filipino fishermen. These gray zone tactics, coercion short of war, are China's signature move. Each confrontation fuels Philippine resolve to push back and defend its rights. The new base is Manila's answer to relentless pressure. The Luzon Strait base changes the region's security calculus. Its main purpose, deterrence. Any attack could trigger a Philippine and possibly US response. This uncertainty is meant to make China think twice, but the risks are real. More military assets in close quarters raise the chance of accidents or miscalculation. A minor incident could spiral into conflict. China might respond by ramping up its own military presence, fueling an arms race. The base could bring stability, or spark greater instability if not managed carefully. Still, it helps level the playing field after years of Chinese dominance. The goal isn't war, but to make aggression too costly. It's a high-stakes game of deterrence in the Indo-Pacific. The outcome remains uncertain. The Luzon Strait base marks a turning point for Philippine security and the Indo-Pacific. It's a bold move, shifting from internal focus to defending maritime frontiers. The base is now a linchpin in the US-Philippine alliance and a thorn in China's side. Tensions are rising, and the risk of miscalculation is real. For Batanes residents, the future is uncertain. Their home is now a front line. The hope stronger defenses and alliances will deter conflict and bring stability. The peril and arms race or accidental clash could ignite the very crisis the base is meant to prevent. The region's fate depends on careful diplomacy and restraint. The Luzon Strait is now a barometer for peace in Asia. the world is watching to see which way the pressure will break.